bring on our next guest. It is Gianni the Greek. What's up, Gianni?
Never better. Looking lovely as ever. Lovely as ever, Carrie.
Oh, thank you so much. You don't even have a hat on today.
No, I was at the UFC. I was taping today, actually. We were taping.
No hats at UFC.
I had a 6:15 call time. Like, I was like, what are we going fishing or are we betting sports? What am I 6:15? I mean,
what are we doing at 6:15 at the UFC?
Exactly. I don't mind getting up. I get up early every day, but like to get ready and actually go is a different story. Get ready to go to your desk to bet. It's a little easier.
Hey, we appreciate you coming here on the show, and I don't trust anyone more than Gianni the Greek when it comes to betting UFC. We'll dive into some other stuff. We've got baseball today. We've got college baseball coming up. I know you like that too. UFC, what do you like this weekend?
All right, let's start off real quickly at the top in the main event. Sharp guys got down on Erin Blanchfield early, and it made sense. At like anything less than 200, I thought it was the right sign, because she probably should win this fight about 2 out of 3 times. There's an easy path to victory for her. She's going to want to take Barber down, and that's Barber's weakness. I mean, she's on her back for about 33% of the minutes she's grappling and has less than a 50% takedown defense at flyweight. So Blanchfield should be able to take her down. But the problem is this is a 5-round fight, and every round starts standing. And I think if Blanchfield has any trouble taking Barber down, Barber's going to be able to possibly pocket some rounds, because that girl could throw. Like, she's going to do some damage on the feet. That's for sure. She's got a ton of power for that weight division, and she's as durable as they come. So I don't think Blanchfield's going to be able to get her out of there, and that's going to leave Barber live the entire fight. I personally think the over's the best bet here. It's a little bit chalky, but it makes sense. If you did nothing else, Ariel, but waited till fight night and looked up at the board and looked for totals that were lined at 3.5 or lined at 4.5 for 5-round fights, and just bet the over, you'd have a double-digit return on investment over the last 10 years. And the reason is simple. You know how in normal ball sports, the bias of recreational bettors is favored and over, favored and over. So we know the books tend to shade the line towards the bias of favored and over. And sometimes you'll get a little more value on the dog, a little more value on the under. Well, in MMA, bettors want to see finishes. They want knockouts. They want submissions. So they're betting the unders and inside the distance more than anything else. Because of that, that's forced the sports books to shade the line towards that under bias. So when you see those 5-round fights and you see those 3.5 lines with the over favor, 4.5 with the over favor, those make excellent bets, because also coupled with that, every round that passes, the probability of a finish gets cut in half. So let's say in the first round, there's a 50% chance of a finish. By the second round, that's cut down to 25%. By the third round, that's down to like 12%. By the fourth or fifth round, that's almost nil. So as long as you could get by those early rounds, you're going to cash that over ticket more times than not. I think that's the way to play it. I know it's a little chalky at -2, 220, 230, but I think this line's right should be at least a -300. So I like the over in the main event. Co-main event, real quickly, I love the dog here.
Everyone loves to hear that.
If you agree with me on Ludovit Klein, wait until Saturday, because we didn't have UFC last week. And with NBA playoffs, Major League Baseball, NHL playoffs, bettors are betting day by day. MMA's on the back burner for them. When Saturday gets here, they're going to start betting it. And rest assured, they're all going to be on Gamrot, because Gamrot's the name. You know, he's the guy that's been in the top 10 now forever. If it wasn't for a loss along the way, he'd probably be fighting for a title already. He's already calling out guys above him. He's overlooking Ludovit Klein. And for Klein, this is like his Super Bowl. He gets a shot to make it into the top 10. He's coming in having won, 6, 7 fights in a row. He's got a ton of power, a 6-0 knockdown ratio. And he's fighting a Gamrot who needs to wrestle. Like, he needs to take this guy down and control him. And if you look at the data, you're going to see that Klein just doesn't get controlled. He's got a 90+% takedown defense. He's only been controlled for about 9% of the minutes he grapples. And the power he has on the stand-up a 6-0, like I said, knockdown ratio, where Gamrot's got a 1-5 knockdown ratio. So he's been knocked down 5 times for every one he knocks an opponent down. So that chin can get cracked, and I really think Klein cracks it. I think as long as Klein is able to stuff some of those takedowns, at anything higher than plus 105, you bet it. And right now, I could get easily plus 135, 140 on the board, and you'll probably get plus 150 come Saturday. I think Klein in the co-main event offers up a ton of value. And another big dog for you, I got to give this to you. It's the girl fight. Let me just pull it up real fast. It's the first fight on the night. It's Alice Ardelean. Okay. She's like a TikTok sensation. She's got like over 3 million followers. Like everybody thinks that's her gig. Like, it's not really about MMA. It's more about creating content and being a TikTok darling. But the truth is, this girl's as tough as they come. Like, she's a hard out. And the favorite in the fight, Rayanne Santos, she doesn't have a single win in the UFC. 3 fights, 2 of the losses were by split decision, so they were close. She could easily be 2-1 instead of 0-3. But yet she hasn't won yet. So there's something about her style that the judges do not like. And anything better than plus 200, I think you got to throw something on Alice Ardelean in that first fight of the night. And she's upwards of plus 250 or higher. So that's one of those dogs that I like. I think is worth a small sprinkle. Not as big of a sprinkle as Klein, because I do think Klein's the right side. But I think it's overpriced in that first fight of the night. And finally, a couple small favorites I'll lay out. A small favorite I like is Maycee Barber. She opened as the dog. She's now a slight favorite. That's why I think some of the value has been extracted. If you got her as a dog in your pocket, great bet. Sit back, kick your feet up. You placed a great bet. But now at about minus 120, I still think she's worth a small stab. This is a big fight for her going up against Ketlen Vieira and coming in having won, 3 of her last 4, 2 straight back-to-back finishes. Usually those fighters are overvalued, but because it's Vieira on the other side who's got that big name, she's not as highly priced as she should be. Wise Guy saw the value immediately when she was the dog. She's now the slight favorite. I still think she's worth the nod there. So those are 4 bets that jumped out at me immediately on Saturday's UFC card.
I love that. And I know the chat's loving it.